Hey guys, this is Abhishek from gadgetstools.com, and today we are going to do a quick unboxing and full review of the Spice Pinnacle Pro. The model number of this device is MI535 as you can see, and we have some features and the specifications of the device mentioned. So you have pop-up play on this device. That means you can actually watch a video on a pop-up player on a small screen, and then you can still keep on doing some other task. You have flip to mute. That means if you put the device on a table with it face down, the screen down, you will be able to mute the call, you will be able to make the phone silent. And then you have intelligent answer feature as well. This is a special feature which allows you to answer the calls by bringing phone to your ears. So again, it has proximity answer call, proximity mute call, and pop-up video player. As far as the software is concerned, if we take a look over the package, on the back side we have the specifications of the phone mentioned. So it has got 13.46 QHD display. So the display size is 5.3 inch, and you have got a resolution of 540 × 960, which will give you a pixel density of around 208 pixels per inch. You have 16 GB of internal memory with 1 GB of RAM, 8 megapixel autofocus back camera, 5 megapixel front camera, and it is a wide angle camera. Again, the front camera is quick focus camera. The battery on the device is 2550 mAh, and it is a dual SIM phone. Both of the SIM card slot will support 3G. You have Bluetooth 4.0 and Wi-Fi. The thing is also supported on the device, and these are the sensors which you have on the device. So you do have a magnetic sensor, so it will support GPS as well. It does have gyro sensor, gravity sensor, ambient light sensor, proximity sensor, and all other things which you can think of. It does have a secondary mic as well for noise cancellation, and it also supports USB OTG feature. Now, as far as the processor is concerned, you have 1.2 GHz quad-core processor with Jelly Bean 4.2 out of the box running on this device. So these are all the things which we get in the package of Spice Pinnacle Pro, and you get the standard headphones within the package with the mic module and a button as well over the mic module to pick the calls. And these are the standard headphones which come within the package. You have a standard USB to micro USB cable as you can see over here. Then you also get a OTG cable within the package with the Spice branding as you can see. You get the user guide for the device with some features of the device mentioned, the service center information, and then you get the user manual over here as you can see for the device. You also get the universal USB charger within the package, and the output current from this charger is 1 ampere as you can see. And you get a flip cover within the package. Let me just show you the same. And the flip cover is actually of the same color as of the phone, and you can apply the flip cover without removing the back cover on the phone as you can see. And the flip cover is really good in terms of the overall build quality. However, this is plastic which we see over here, but it is good quality plastic which they have used, and the finishing from inside is also pretty smooth and good. Here you have a leather like finish. It feels like leather, could be the actual leather as well. So the overall build quality is quite good on the flip cover which comes within the package. And here we have the device. We have already inserted the device battery, and this is how it looks like. It looks pretty big, and when it comes to holding the device, it feels slightly heavier as compared to the other phones which we have in the same price segment or with the same hardware actually. Now, as far as the physical dimension of this phone is concerned, this device is around 10.3 millimeter in terms of the overall thickness. It feels quite solid in hand. As far as the weight of the device is concerned, it is around 196 gram in terms of the overall weight. As far as the build quality of the device is concerned, you have a rubberized back cover on the device which is made up of plastic, but it is good quality of plastic. It is not very thin plastic which you see. On the back you have the two SIM card slot over here, and both of them will support 3G. You have a micro SD memory card slot over here to expand the storage of the device, and it can accept up to 32 GB micro SD memory card. Here you have the battery and you have the loudspeaker over here. And if we take a look over the material which we see on this device, this is actually made up of metal, which we see over here. It is not plastic. So the overall build quality of this phone is pretty good because it is metal all around the edges, as well as over here you will see metal. So this is a solid phone, and we also accidentally dropped the phone, but nothing happened to the phone because it is a full metal phone and it is quite strong and quite good in terms of the overall build quality. Now as far as the display of the phone is concerned, it has got an IPS LCD display, a capacitive touchscreen display, and the resolution of the display is 540x960, which seems to be not very high in terms of the pixel density for this kind of a display, which is 5.3 inch in terms of the size. And if we actually take a look over the text, if you take a very closer look over the text which you see on the display, you will see certain amount of softness in the formation of the pixels of this particular text, but still the overall display looks pretty good, pretty vibrant and good to read. As far as viewing angles for this display are concerned, viewing angles are quite wide. As you can see, we did not face any problem while viewing the display from this angle or from this angle. From vertical and bottom viewing angles, the display is again quite good. You might see some amount of fading of colors happening, but the blackening of the display is not happening. On the bottom we have nothing, no port. We have a primary mic over here for voice calling. On this side we have this button. This is actually a camera shutter key, can be used for taking continuous shots, maximum 40 or 99. You have a volume rocker over here, which is a metal button. So all these buttons over here on this device are metal button. And you have a power and sleep key at the top. You have a micro USB port for data syncing and charging at the top of the device. You have 3.5mm audio jack over here, and here on the left side you have nothing, no port. And as far as the overall design is concerned, the design is pretty good, pretty different from the other phones which we have seen. On the back you have 8 megapixel camera with dual LED flash, and you have a secondary mic over here for noise cancellation and video chat. You have the Spice branding over here, the model number of the device mentioned over here, and here you have the big loudspeaker mesh. On the front, on the top, you have the nice metallic earpiece, and you have a LED notification light over here which is behind the earpiece. The front camera which we have over here is a 5 megapixel fixed focus camera, and it is a wide angle camera, especially for those who would like to take self-portrait shots. This is pretty good. When it comes to the interface which we see a stock Android interface running on this device, and this device seems to be running Android 4.2. Let's check out the version of Android. So the version of Android on this device is 4.2.1, and if we take a look over the storage, so on the storage front, the device has 16 GB of internal memory, out of which around 0.98 GB is reserved by the operating system for pre-installed applications and the other data, and you get around 12.35 GB available to the user, which is pretty good. As far as installing applications on the SD card is concerned, you can install applications on the SD card once you insert the same into this device, and you can also move apps from the phone memory to the SD card. On the brightness, you do have proximity sensor and ambient light sensor on this device, so you have support for automatic brightness on this device. The wallpaper support, you have support for live wallpapers, static wallpapers, and video wallpapers are also supported on this device. Out of 1 GB of RAM, you get around 542 MB of RAM free. Now if we take a look over the hardware information, the model number of the device is Spice MI535, and you have ARM V7 processor on this device, clocked at 1.2 GHz. It is a quad-core processor, as you can see. If we take a look over the display resolution, the display resolution which we have on the device is 540x960, and then we do not get any information about the GPU on this device. Take a look over the sensors. We have the magnetic field sensor on this device, proximity sensor, light sensor, gyro sensor, 3-axis magnetic field sensor, rotation, gravity, linear, orientation, and a corrected gyroscope sensor on this device. When it comes to the touch capacitive buttons, they are within the body, not within the display. Under the audio profiles, we see that there is an option for enhancing the overall sound which you will hear from the earphones. You also have a power saving mode over here which will allow you to save the power on this device in case you are running out of critical battery. That means below 20%. That means it will actually adjust the features as well as the brightness level of the display so that you get more battery backup on this device. One more feature which we have noticed on this device is the boot acceleration feature, which will allow you to make sure that you can actually boot up the device much faster as possible. So we have all these applications which are loaded in the startup, so you can allow these applications or deny them so that you get a faster boot up time on this device. You also have the option of sharing 3G internet on this device by creating a Wi-Fi hotspot. So you have support for USB tethering as well, and Bluetooth tethering is also supported on this phone. Now when it comes to the phone dialer, you have the option of making a video call directly on the phone dialer. This is how the messaging application look like, and again the messaging application is stock Android in terms of the overall look and feel. And when it comes to the options, you have all the same kind of options which you get on Android 4.2 with other devices. When it comes to the keyboard is again stock Android. As far as the keys are concerned, the keys are pretty big in size, so you will not face any problem while typing on this device in the portrait mode, and you can always type in the landscape mode as well in case you face any problem. As far as continuous typing is concerned, you do have support for continuous input on this device, as you can see, which is good. Now as far as apps which comes pre-installed on the device, you get AirDroid pre-installed. You also get NQ Mobile Security Antivirus pre-installed on this device. Apart from that, you also get Documents to Go, which will allow you to edit documents on the go on this device, specifically with this software. You also get some other applications like Easy Installer, which will allow you to install applications. If you have the APK file for the same, you get a file manager pre-installed on this device. You also get Hi Camera, Hi Connect, Hi Messenger as well pre-installed on this device. And you also get this OTG Disk Explorer, which will allow you to access the contents of the USB flash drive, which you can connect to this device using an OTG cable which comes within the package of this phone. And apart from that, you get all the regular applications, but you also get MX Player on this device, as you can see, which is again pretty good. And you get WeChat pre-installed, WhatsApp download link over here on the device. So you get a large number of pre-installed applications which will again give you good functionalities. When it comes to the widgets, we see only one widget which is different apart from the stock Android widgets which we see on this device, which is the 3D light weather, which you can place on your phone screen. As you can see, this is how the camera UI look like, and again the camera UI is like any other MediaTek devices which we have seen earlier. Now if we take a look over the options, you have HDR mode supported on the camera UI, you have panorama also supported over here, multi-angle view shot is always there, and you have the smile shot supported. When it comes to the photo settings, you have the GPS location info which you can turn on. When it comes to the photo settings, you have face detection which you can turn on. You have the option of taking self timer shots as well with this particular time, and then you have continuous time shots available. So you have continuous burst shooting mode also supported. 99 shots maximum can be taken. The maximum photo size is 8 megapixel. When it comes to the video settings, you have electronic image stabilization supported, which you can turn on. And then you have effects which you can apply on the video. You can also take time-lapse interval videos, the slow motion videos as well. And when it comes to the video quality, you can take high definition video at 1080p at fine at 30 frames a second, and at high it will record high definition video from the back camera at 720p with 30 frames per second again. If we show you the overall quality of the video which you will get when it comes to recording video in daylight from this device, and we have recorded this video. As you might have heard, you can also take photos while doing the video recording. These are some of the photos which we have captured from this device in daylight. And in terms of the overall quality from the camera, the daylight photo comes out to be really good in terms of the colors as well as in terms of the details. But when it comes to the low light photos, they are not that good. Now when it comes to the browser which we see on this device is again stock Android. It can load heavy web pages as well. Again, it can also load them in the mobile specific format if you request for the same. The browser is pretty good for double tap to zoom, work fine. Pinch to zoom is also working fine, and panning is not an issue in this browser. So everything as far as the browser is concerned is pretty good. You can also play videos within the web page if you have them embedded on a web page onto the browser without opening the YouTube application for the same. So here we have got the score for the Quadrant standard, and the device has performed 3951 as far as the Quadrant standard scores are concerned. Here we have the detailed score for the CPU, memory, input, output operations, 2D and 3D. On AnTuTu benchmark, the device scores score of 13398, which is pretty okay for a device like this. When it comes to the detailed scores, this is how the detailed scores looks like. When it comes to playing high definition videos on this device is capable of playing high definition video at 720p as well as at 1080p without audio or video sync issues. And yes, it also has an LED notification over here which actually lights up whenever you have a new message or a new email, and it is behind the earpiece over here, as you can see. You can also use this device for navigation, but for that make sure that GPS satellite option is on, and these two options are also on. And under GPS satellite options, make sure you enable GPS EPO assistance and assisted GPS before you can start using this device for navigation. So the Ninamach 4 which we have got on this device is 50.9 FPS, which is kind of a good score, and we have tested some casual as well as graphic intensive game on this device. This device can run casual games like Temple Run 2, Subway Surfer, and when it comes to the graphic intensive game, it can run Frontline Commando D-Day, Need for Speed Most Wanted and Dead Trigger as well. So now we are running Frontline Commando D-Day on this device, and as far as graphics are concerned, the graphics are pretty smooth on this device till now. I do not notice any issue, and the game playback is also quite smooth. As you can see, there is no problem while playing this graphic intensive game on this device. Now as you can see, we are trying to play a high definition video on this device from our channel, and the video is getting played in the high quality format, not in the high definition format, because of the low resolution which we have on this device, lower than the HD resolution basically. And when it comes to the overall volume,
you can actually connect your Android phone or a tablet or any other Android device which you have with your PC. So this is going to be very basic video.
So the loudspeaker is quite loud while playing a YouTube video on this device or any other multimedia content. When it comes to the viewing angles are also pretty good, pretty wide on this device while watching a YouTube video, as you can see. And from the top and the bottom, the viewing angles are again pretty okay. Now as far as the battery life is concerned, the battery life on this device is pretty good. It will last for you to around 1 day if you are a moderate user. That means if you use the device for calling for like 2 hours, you play some game for like 1.5 hours, and then you watch some multimedia content like YouTube videos on the device for around 1 hour, still it will give you around 1 day of battery backup. If you are a heavy user, that means you use your phone most of the time, almost every time of the day, then it won't last you for more than 1 day, and it will be little less than 1 day in that case for you. As far as the full hands-on review of the Spice MI535 or Spice Pinnacle Pro is concerned, do let us know if you have any specific questions for this device. We would love to help you. You can like this video if this video helped you by clicking the like button below. You can subscribe to our YouTube video channel for more videos like this by clicking the subscribe button below. Thanks for watching this video. This is Abhishek signing off. Thank you.